Welcome back to Forestry Technology, where precision, horsepower, and nerve decide whether a mission succeeds or turns into a headline. Mobile balers like the Sierra RB6000 handle the entire processing cycle with industrial-grade reliability. Designed for durability, it thrives in demanding scrap and metal recovery environments where downtime is not an option. Aluminum bars that once supported structures now fold under steel jaws. Mechanical crushing reduces volume, increases value, and transforms waste into compact, recyclable power. Less space, more efficiency. Even stone and concrete processing finds rhythm here. The steady hum of compact track crushers moving from job to job shows how controlled force can feel almost calming when engineering is done right. Old mechanics remember when big tires took hours with cutting torches and a lot of patience. Now the 15R shredder makes it minutes. 2 shafts running at around 38 revolutions per minute. Steady torque, no drama. Technology doesn't just save time, it saves backs, budgets, and entire crews from punishing manual work. Steel screams, motors collapse, and appliances vanish under the PRI Max PR4200. At about 15 tons per hour, this American-built monster shows no mercy. It turns wreckage into resources, every strike writing another line in recycling's relentless, unstoppable story. From the outside, scenes like this look mesmerizing. Workers guiding loads while a Crambo 6000 devours timber with slow, deliberate aggression. Every movement is synchronized humans and machines united on the front line of recycling. It's a quiet reminder that progress and safety have to march together or not at all. Not all grinders are the same. The Impactor 250 pairs a revolutionary shaft design with a dual jaw system and braking bar, delivering consistent output and precise control even under extreme loads. Household appliances meet their end in low-speed shredders built for control, not chaos. Refrigerators, washing machines, and bulky items disappear steadily, safely, and efficiently. Tire shredders tuned to client requirements deliver exact discharge sizes with surgical accuracy. Entire vehicles follow, processed in seconds, turned into valuable scrap at industrial scale. This is Forestry Technology, raw power, refined by engineering, not chaos-controlled transformation. Who needs fireworks when a rock crusher shakes off a jam like it's nothing? The rock never had a chance. Every chunk pulverized means less material, heading to landfill and more recycled base, going under future roads and forest access tracks. Few sites impress more than tons of torque focusing on something as small as a can. It's not just destruction, it's transformation. Recycling turns chaos into order, and machines like this shredder prove that power can be brutal and beneficial at the same time. From a distance, the Python crusher looks like a simple box. Step closer and it's obvious. Momentum, torque, and smart design merge into a system that doesn't just crush waste, it reshapes industries. For small firms chasing big impact, it's the kind of hardware that changes the rules. Scrap steel from the automotive industry isn't waste. It's a sustainability engine. Recyclable, reusable, and efficient, steel becomes the backbone of modern recycling systems. Watch the CBI 5400BT roar into action. 4 rotors built to dominate every log that hits the infeed. Each downswing turns raw momentum into crushing power. This isn't just grinding, it's controlled destruction, engineered for efficiency, precision, and relentless industrial momentum. Ever wonder how momentum turns into such raw force? It's the flywheel, torque transfer, and controlled feed rate all working together. The shredding head isn't just smashing, it's a physics lesson disguised as a recycling monster. And if a stack of guitars falls into the shredder, does that count as heavy metal music? Either way, those riffs end up recycled into rebar, probably reinforcing a bridge or a building somewhere. Call it the greenest concert encore ever performed. Watching the Fabric-Tech FKT-2000 in action is wild. The operator sits safely inside the cab, running the whole machine by remote. Steel crushes like cardboard, panels fold without a fight. It's modern control meeting raw industrial power efficiency and safety, wrapped into one brutal, very effective package. Pallet processing follows the same philosophy. Machines engineered for speed and precision slice through material effortlessly, while integrated magnetic separators give wood a clean second life by removing embedded metal. Comes the M48 patent tank roaring to life. Steel tracks crush the ground, 5 return rollers holding the beast steady as the turret swings with authority. Against the Dodge Spirit, history isn't fair. The tank embodies Cold War power, echoing across the museum field while the car turns into a prop in the demonstration. Dual shaft shredders take efficiency further. With synchronized rotating blades, entire car shells are reduced into manageable fragments, ready for downstream recycling with minimal waste and maximum control. Material handling is just as critical. The Atlas 350 mH isn't just a lifter. With 245 horsepower at its core, it adapts, transforms, and performs. Interchangeable grippers, flexible configurations, and global reliability turn it into a precision tool for scrapyards worldwide. Then there's the Komatsu D475A, one of the largest bulldozers on the planet, tipping the scales at over 108 tons. As it moves, that mass translates through the tracks, and a Ford F-250 underneath doesn't stand a chance. In seconds, it goes from working truck to flattened scrap. It's a vivid reminder of how heavy mechanical power dominates both mining sites and recycling yards. When green waste needs to disappear, the TBG 630 steps in. Powered by a 661 horsepower Scania V8, this shredder tears through branches, leaves, and organic material like a hot knife through butter. At more than 120 tons per hour, biomass processing becomes a streamlined industrial operation. The Green Tech 950 US Mega brings that same mindset into biomass and timber. Its robust cutting drum keeps heavy logs moving non-stop, chewing through wood like it's on a schedule. Paired with a Doosan DX140W loader feeding it seamlessly, this Danish-built system turns forestry waste into chips, maximizing productivity and minimizing downtime in demanding operations. Vehicle dismantling has evolved. The PowerHand VRS tears through end-of-life vehicles with surgical precision, extracting engines, axles, and copper wiring faster and cleaner than traditional methods. This isn't dismantling, it's domination through design. A high-capacity car crusher works behind the scenes with massive hydraulic cylinders capable of generating hundreds of tons of pressure. As the piston descends, kinetic energy turns into extreme compressive force, flattening hardened steel frames. Within seconds, a car's volume drops by up to 80%, saving space and optimizing transport and processing. Every crush, every cycle, moves recycling closer to sustainability. Machines like the Shark Shredder devour branches, logs, and green waste using dozens of razor-sharp hammers, turning bulky material into uniform biomass in seconds. That poor green car never saw it coming. One minute it's cruising the streets, the next it's eating a full WWE finishing move from a crusher and ending up flat as a pancake. Memory's gone, but at least it's cashing out as scrap metal now. It's hard not to feel a bit heartbroken for it. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What sets the Eldan Super Chopper apart is torque transfer. Its rotors bite with precision, turning rotation into relentless momentum. That balance of horsepower and controlled shear makes it a global benchmark for tire recycling efficiency, turning worn-out rubber into new resources. In modern smart recycling, attachments matter. The RSL mounted on a CAT 320 doesn't crush blindly, it disassembles with intent. Valuable components are separated cleanly, reclaimed efficiently, guided by operators who understand exactly what matters and what doesn't. Back in the day, pulling a transmission out of a junk car meant hours of sweat, busted knuckles, and a pile of wrenches on the floor. Now you watch a VRS strip one down in under a minute and it feels like decades of hard labor got compressed into pure hydraulic muscle. Progress has never looked this efficient. The RJZ VZ 950 Titan is no joke either. Twin shaft power, hitting around 700 horsepower, capable of shredding metal, wood, or an entire car without pausing to think about it. Built in Germany, this beast blends torque, precision, and hydraulic control into one brutal package. Its industrial efficiency redefined just gear up and respect that torque, because it won't respect you back. Old-timers will tell you, back in their days, balers were half this size and nowhere near as smart. Now you've got a 9-meter beast tracking loads with GPS, cutting time they used to waste just guessing. Watching it crush scrap reminds veterans how technology transformed, recycling every ton faster, safer, and more profitable. Then come decommissioned buses. once carrying passengers across cities, now enter dismantling lines. After years of service, they're reborn through material recovery, feeding a circular system of reuse and regeneration. Vertical shredders like the Squalo 3000 push density processing into the future. Built for high-density metal, they combine modern power with industrial grit, redefining what next-generation cutting looks like. You look at a place like Bradford Waste Traders and wonder how they keep sparks contained while shredding aluminum frames and copper wiring. The energy release looks intense, yet workers operate safely. Advanced fire suppression, shielding, and protective gear are the only way that equation works. It makes you curious how many facilities elsewhere are running with the same level of protection or cutting corners. For heavy-duty applications, the CM-HT hybrid primary shredder stands at the top of CM's lineup. Built for high torque and high throughput, it uses patented, replaceable, and resharpenable blades to maintain consistent performance across a wide range of industrial shredding tasks. Tire recycling tells the same story. The MTB BDD-17 processes over 10 tons per hour, turning rubber waste into reusable material faster, cleaner, and more efficiently than ever before. Watching a tire shredder at work is oddly satisfying, like a giant blender for rubber donuts. Two steel shafts just chew and spit out perfect chunks in seconds. It looks fun from a distance, but you still keep your gloves and fingers well away from the hopper. The machine doesn't care who's feeding it. Auto recycling has never moved this fast. The Brontoberg RR5 pushes the entire process to a new level, combining raw power with industrial precision. With 200 tons of crushing force, whole vehicles are compacted before the 155-ton baling stage even begins. 1 minute per bale. That's not just efficiency, that's domination through engineering. Some machines don't just work, they redefine demolition. Crushers that flatten old cars into dense steel slabs do it with mechanical elegance. The diesel engine roars, the hydraulics stay smooth, and destruction becomes a controlled process. Few sites rival the VK10120's jaws closing on an upright SUV. The geometry of the press forces metal into compact cubes ready for smelting. Industrial art, precision, brute force, and a direct line from scrapyard to future steel beams. Cylindrical drums fold like paper under shear, each cut a carefully controlled release of momentum, each rotation harnessing raw kinetic force. Seeing industrial waste reduced to manageable scrap feels like watching physics flex its muscles in real time. At a site like the Kent facility, you see the full workflow. Hydraulic grabs and industrial shears dismantle vehicles with precision, while the team sorts materials into proper recycling streams. Metals, plastics, fluids all separated. Efficiency up, compliance locked in. Watch it crush an entire car with zero effort, compressing the shell into a flat slab of metal ready for the next phase of recycling. This isn't some toy. This is industrial force in full view, and this is where the future of recycling actually starts, not in some glossy brochure. On the wood side, you've got crushers that actually respect the job. Meet the ZSH45M AG. It's basically a no-drama wood processing superhero muscle, precision, zero nonsense. It crushes wood cleanly and spits out coarse chips with barely any dust. No fluff, no gimmicks, just job done. Then there's the human angle. Watching a truck hauling crushed cars, you can't help thinking, someone once saved for years to buy that. 5 years of monthly payments, pride, status, a dream in the driveway. Now it's just scrap under a crusher's ram. That 1,988 Cadillac that used to turn heads is now just another steel block waiting for the furnace. The same logic applies to automotive bumpers and cardboard packaging. This shredder processes both efficiently, reducing bulk and enabling real material recovery. High cutting force, robust build, and adaptable performance make it a solid choice for any modern recycling operation that actually cares about throughput instead of just pretending. Meet the Hamel VB 950E, the Red Giant. Unlike most of its competition, this beast runs on 500 kilowatts of electric power and quietly crushes up to 50 tons of scrap cars per hour. No roaring diesel, no constant smoke, just a clean, relentless drive. It proves muscle and sustainability don't have to be enemies. Then you move up to the Nova 95 DK shredder. Equipped with an advanced CAT diesel engine, it pushes superior fuel efficiency, without neutering performance. Big vehicle bodies, thick metal stock, it's built to handle the entire mess. If it fits in the hopper, it's getting processed. And then comes the torque monster, the Roto Chopper 75DK, dual-shaft synchronized cutting system driven by a 375 horsepower diesel engine, feeding a dual planetary gearbox. The result? About 177,000 foot-pounds of torque. That's not a typo. It's engineered for high-throughput grinding of dense, stubborn C&D waste, utility poles, and cable spools. Stuff that laughs at small machines gets humbled here. That's where the Titan 950 shredder steps in. With its asynchronous drive system and precise main cutting rotor, it doesn't just chew through those rubber and steel statues, it dismantles them methodically. Not brute chaos, controlled destruction. Some scenes you don't see every day. Cars going into a crusher and in the blink of an eye getting shredded like paper. Those fragments don't just vanish. They get recycled, fed back into the system as raw material with a new life ahead of them. New thinking, ugly efficiency. The CM crusher cuts you loose from the old, expensive way of doing things, slashing operating costs by more than 300%. Add in one of the lowest costs of ownership in its class, and the machine stops being nice to have and starts paying itself off fast. The VTN Scrap Shear CI7000 is one of the heavy hitters in that chain. A hydraulic shear built specifically to destroy and cut heavy metals like bulldozer blades. The forces on those cutting edges and joints are insane, like an adult tearing straight through cardboard. Except the cardboard is hardened steel. It's the kind of power that makes you stop and recheck what you thought machines could do. Tons of steel feed the press every day. That familiar screech and bang isn't random noise, it's scrap volume dropping by up to 80%. Less air, more density. Transport optimized. Clean raw material heading straight to the metallurgical industry instead of rotting in a heap. Stay in this field long enough, and you know when a shredder is built right. The Franzoi Piranha is one of those. Robust, reliable, flexible. It chews through drums, tires, and waste without drama, while giving operators control over speed like a craftsman guiding his chisel. Not just on, off, but tuned to the material. A serious scrapyard runs like an industrial chain, not a random pile of junk. Old cars come in, get stripped, hazardous components pulled out, then the shells get crushed. That flow isn't just about speed, it's about recycling efficiently, asterisk, asterisk, and asterisk, asterisk, staying inside environmental and safety regulations. You don't get to ignore that anymore. Each piece of falling steel is a closed page of history, but it doesn't end there. Those same steel flows start a new journey in a different shape: rebar, plate, machinery, whatever the melt shop needs next. That's the loop. Motorcycle tires used in construction have to take brutal loads. Vulcanized rubber, steel wire, heavy sidewalls, great for job sites, a headache when it's time to recycle. These things are basically armored rings, and that's the problem. Forget the old slow methods. The Hamel VB950DK rips up that script. With mobile power, it moves to the pile instead of making the pile come to it, devouring household trash and scrap metal on the spot, turning chaos into clean, sortable material in minutes. Less handling, less headache,